Congratulations on choosing a new Toshiba Satellite Notebook computer. In the days and weeks to come, you'll discover that your Toshiba notebook is an invaluable tool you'll use often. Just think of the Satellite as the Swiss Army knife of business. It's easy to carry, very simple to use, and does so many things well. Your Satellite Notebook computer has fast 486 power and all the features you need for business and home applications, such as word processing, spreadsheets, database management, and graphics. It's light and fits easily in a briefcase or an optional computer case, so you can take it from your office to your home, on business trips, or on sales calls. Its exclusive MaxTime power management system ensures you get the most work out of each battery charge. And the Satellite works with existing equipment you may already have, like printers or external modems. Let me show you how easy it is to use it. When you open the box, you'll find the computer, power cord and AC adapter, a pointing device, a guide to getting started, reference manual, and warranty card. If anything is missing or damaged, contact your Toshiba dealer. The only other items you'll need are some 3.5-inch diskettes. Now, you don't need them right now, but you will in the future to back up your files, so it's a good idea to pick some up the next time you're at a computer supply store. And don't forget to fill out and return the warranty card as soon as possible so you'll be registered in the United States. Once it's on file, you'll receive a label to place on the bottom of your computer so that it can be serviced in many countries worldwide. Now, let's get down to business. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to introduce you to your new Toshiba notebook computer. We've organized the information into several sections, including the Grand Tour, Quick Start, your new system, Battery, MaxTime, Accessories, Service and Support. As you can see, each section is time-coded for quick reference. Later on, if you need to refer back to this tape, you can just fast forward to the right time code for the section you need. The first thing I'm going to do is give you a grand tour of the Toshiba Satellite. I'll show you where everything is and tell you what it's for. If you already have a desktop computer, a lot of what I'm going to show you will be familiar, but not everything. A notebook is considerably smaller, so there are some important differences you'll need to know about. Let's start at the front. This is a 3.5-inch floppy disk drive. It's up front, so it's easy to access. You'll use this drive to load your application software and, when necessary, to store information on removable diskettes. Your computer also has a built-in hard disk drive, which allows you to store information in the computer. On the right side, behind this sliding door, you'll find the Quick Port connector. This port is designed to allow you to easily hook up the ballpoint pointing device. The ballpoint with Quick Port allows you to point to the application you want to use. Just line it up like this and press inward firmly until it clicks into place. Next to the Quick Port, you'll find another door, and it contains two ports. The first is for a traditional PS2 type mouse. This port lets you use a mouse at your home or office if you wish. The second is a PS2 type keyboard port. It allows you to hook up a standard PS2 compatible 101 key keyboard. Remember, you have a choice of using the Quick Port or these two adjacent ports. Toward the back are two slots. The first is the memory expansion slot. It allows you to increase the amount of memory your computer has just by inserting a memory card. It takes just a few seconds and you can do it easily yourself. Remember, your Satellite series computer comes with 4 megabytes of memory. That's all the memory you need for most common Windows-based applications. However, some highly sophisticated application programs may require more memory. As you've seen, it's very easy to expand the memory when and if you need to. Simply go to your computer store and buy an additional memory card, or call Toshiba Accessories at 1-800-959-4100 to order by phone. The second slot is the oversized PC-MCIA expansion slot. PC-MCIA is an industry standard for expansion cards, and your Satellite accepts all types of PC-MCIA cards, type 1, 2, and 3. Toshiba goes one step further by also accepting cards up to 14.5 millimeters in size. The PC-MCIA slot allows you to choose from lots of useful options manufactured by Toshiba and many other vendors. Using simple credit card-sized modules, you can add a data or data fax modem, networking cards, an additional hard disk drive, or other options as you need them. For example, the unique oversized card capability lets you use a larger modem card with a standard phone jack for maximum convenience. The phone line plugs right into the card without the need for the adapters or wire connectors required on smaller cards. At the back, you'll see two additional doors. Behind the smaller door is a video port that lets you connect your computer to an external monitor. Maybe you've got a larger color monitor in your office that you prefer. Just plug it into this port and you're all set. Behind the larger sliding door, there's also a serial port for connecting serial devices such as a mouse, printer, or external modem. Remember, the oversized PC MCIA slot allows you to install an optional internal modem if you prefer. And there's a parallel port for connecting devices such as a parallel printer or an external disk drive. On the left side, you'll find the plug for the AC adapter that powers your computer when you're not using battery power, the power switch that turns the computer on and off, and a special port for an optional Kensington cable lock that secures your computer to your desk for extra security if required. The battery release button lets you remove and install the battery in seconds. Just slide open the door and press, then slide in a freshly charged battery. You'll also find a display release button on either side of the top. Pull the buttons towards you to open up the computer, then adjust the display to the most comfortable angle. When the computer is on, this sliding wheel on the side adjusts the contrast of the screen. Now, let's move on to the keyboard. As you can see, the keys on this keyboard come in two colors. The white are standard letter keys. The gray keys control different computer functions. Finally, there's an indicator panel which uses a series of lights to keep you informed about various computer functions such as battery charge level, DC in, and keyboard status. In Quick Start, we'll show you how to get your new computer up and running. Since this is the first time you're using your new computer, the battery may not be charged, so we'll need to use AC power. Connect the power cord to the AC adapter, then connect the AC adapter to the plug or DC in connector on the left side of the computer. Plug the power cord into a wall outlet or power strip. When you plug the power cord in, you'll see the battery and DC in lights glow on the indicator panel. To turn the computer on, push the power button on the left side in firmly until the power speed light on the front of the indicator panel glows green. The computer will then automatically load the pre-installed software from the hard disk, and you're ready to go. In this section, I'll show you how to set up important computer parameters and explain some of the great standard features in the Satellite Notebook. When you turn the machine on, you'll see a few introductory screens. Here you may see the question, do you want to run the Master Diskette Creator? The Master Diskette Creator lets you make backup diskettes of all your software that comes pre-installed. You'll need a couple of boxes of high-density diskettes. You can run Master Diskette Creator anytime, so don't worry. If you don't have diskettes now, just press N for no. But we do recommend that you get diskettes and make your backups as soon as possible. After the introductory screens, the unit will ask for your name and company. Type in both, check for accuracy because this cannot be changed, then press Enter. To select a printer, you'll need to learn how to use the trackball. First, roll the ball and notice how the pointer moves on the screen. Move the pointer or cursor to this scroll bar. Now click using the button on the trackball. Each time you click the scroll bar, you'll see additional printer selections to choose from. When you see your printer, use the trackball to move the on-screen cursor, then click twice rapidly, also called double-clicking. If you don't know what printer you'll be using, select Generic for now. You can always add another later. The computer now automatically starts Microsoft Windows. Now, you should be in Microsoft Windows. It's a simple point-and-click environment, and operation is consistent. For starters, these larger boxes are called Windows, and the smaller pictures inside are called icons. You start a program by double-clicking on its icon. Roll the trackball until the cursor on the display points to the icon, then double-click. You can resize a window by clicking on these arrows. Close a program by double-clicking on the upper left corner of the display. The Satellite comes with MS-DOS and Windows already installed. Other applications may also be pre-installed. Refer to the software manuals included in your Satellite box for complete operating instructions. And of course, you may also have optional software that you may want to install yourself. You'll find installation instructions in the software manuals. Even though the operating system software is already installed, The Master Diskette Creator in the Toshiba Utilities group in Windows allows you to make copies of the original installation diskettes. It's always a good idea to make copies of this software along with your application software disks in case the original copy becomes damaged. Complete instructions for using the Master Diskette Creator and MaxTime are located in your Satellite Reference Manual. One of the advantages of a notebook like the Satellite is that you can work anywhere, inside or out, whether or not you have AC power available. You can be productive no matter where you are. When you first get your computer, the battery may be discharged. To charge the battery, simply plug in the AC adapter. The battery charges automatically whenever the computer is turned off and has AC power. The battery light will glow orange as the battery is charging and change to green once it is fully charged. It takes an hour and a half to 2.5 hours to fully charge a discharged battery. A fully charged battery can last approximately 3 hours or more if you have a monochrome screen, and 2 hours or more if your computer has a color display. These time estimates are based on continuous use. Your time may vary due to your applications. If you use Toshiba's MaxTime power management utilities discussed later in the MaxTime section, you can further extend battery life. Remember, your battery life is determined by your MaxTime settings and your application software. If the battery light begins to flash, it means the battery is low and you should save your material to disk and recharge or swap the battery with another recharged battery if you've purchased one as an option. To remove the battery, first make sure the computer is turned off. Slide the door open and press the battery release button. The battery should pop right out. When replacing a battery, simply push it in until you hear it click. I like to have an extra battery when I travel. When the power on one drains down, I just switch to another and keep on working. Once your computer is up and running, one of the first things you'll want to do is access the MaxTime configuration. MaxTime lets you set up the special power-saving features of your satellite computer. It allows you to optimize performance and battery life for your individual computing needs. The factory settings are fine for most applications, so you probably won't need to make any changes. But if you want to change or review your MaxTime settings, first locate the MaxTime window in the upper left portion of the display. Move the trackball until the pointer points to the word Options, then click the mouse button. The first set of options lets you select how you want the gas gauge to look, either analog or digital. If you see question marks, the machine does not know how full the battery is. It will automatically figure out the level once the battery is fully charged. If you know the battery capacity, you can set the level by clicking Set Battery Capacity, then clicking the selector bar to set battery capacity. Finally, click OK. The Machine Settings option is the real heart of MaxTime. Here you can select specific settings for your computer from a wide range of options. The top box, Battery Options, lets you select one of 3 battery modes. Find Battery Save Mode. To the right, you'll see a list box with a pull-down arrow. Click that arrow to show the 3 options. 2 options are set at the factory. Normal Life offers high performance when you're plugged into AC power. This setting disables power-saving features to give you maximum performance. Long Life offers extended battery life when you're working off batteries. Long Life automatically selects power-saving settings and turns off internal systems that aren't needed or being used in order to save battery power. The third option, User Setting, lets you design your own settings simply by clicking the desired selection box. You can set your own time periods for both the hard disk drive auto-off and the display auto-off. System auto-off is only available if you select Resume Mode, which we'll discuss in a moment. You can enable or disable the CPU sleep mode. For now, just leave Battery Save Mode set to Normal Life. The bottom half of the box, System Configuration, lets you set special features. Processing speed can be set to high for performance or low for longer battery life. The processing speed option determines the speed at which the central processor works. Normally, the system is set on high. At this higher setting, the processor can accommodate highly sophisticated programs, but it uses the battery power more quickly. At the lower setting, it conserves battery power, so you can use your computer longer on the battery. Normally, however, it's best to leave it on the high setting. The other features are checkboxes. An X means the feature is turned on. An empty box means it's turned off. Resume mode, also referred to as auto resume, is a Toshiba unique feature that saves time and battery power. With resume on, you can turn the machine off and back on and have your entire workspace restored in seconds. Think of the auto resume as an electronic bookmark. You don't have to exit your current application when you turn off the computer. And when you turn your computer back on, you're right back where you left off in seconds. Auto resume saves your work in your computer's memory for your convenience, but it is not intended for long-term storage. We strongly suggest that you always save your files on the hard disk drive. With auto resume off, the machine boots normally, which means it will go through the normal startup process. Remember, with auto resume off, you must save your files to disk, since booting clears out the contents of temporary memory. Panel power, a sub-function of auto resume, automatically invokes the auto resume mode when you close the lid. If you have a monochrome display, the next click box will let you select between normal and inverse grayscales. Windows looks best in inverse. Software sounds can be turned on and off, as can the low battery alarm. Remember, you can return to the factory settings by clicking the Defaults button. And for more information, you can click Help. When your settings are as you want them, click OK. Or, to exit without making any changes, click Cancel. You can make the max time window smaller by clicking Hide Title Bar. If you make the window smaller, you'll simply double-click on the gas gauge to open it back up. Finally, if you don't want max time to run, simply click Exit. You can get similar functions in DOS. Exit Windows by double-clicking on the upper left-hand corner of the Program Manager window. You'll see an Exit Windows box. Just click OK. This key marked FN is an important key and one you'll use often. It does a series of functions when pressed in combination with keys which have blueprinting on the front. See pop-up on the front of the escape key? Press the FN and escape key at the same time, and the pop-up window will appear at the lower right-hand section of your screen. Use the up and down arrow keys to move around within the pop-up section, and the left and right arrow keys to change a setting. If you want more details, just refer to your reference manual. To close pop-up, press FN and escape again. To return to Windows, simply type WIN, win, and press Enter. While your new Toshiba can do a lot right out of the box, you may want to add some accessories that can improve its capabilities even further. You've already seen the oversized PC MCIA slot that lets you add a fax or data modem or other computing capabilities as easily as slipping your bank card into an ATM machine. And there are other accessories as well, such as extra batteries, a multiple battery charger, carrying cases, and so on, all listed in the accessory guide included with your computer. To easily order accessories by phone, call Toshiba Accessories at 1-800-959-4100. As a Toshiba owner, you're backed by one of the strongest service and support programs in the world. The brochure that came with your satellite explains the service and support you'll receive. Have a technical question? First, check your reference manual. Most of the time, you'll find exactly what you need right there. If you need additional assistance, call our toll-free hotline. If you have a modem, you can call our electronic technical bulletin board for updates and other information. If you subscribe to CompuServe, type in Go Toshiba and you'll have access to our user forum. And don't forget that there's a troubleshooting chapter in your user's guide that will probably answer most of the questions you may have. Finally, a word about the company that built your computer. Toshiba introduced the computer industry's first commercially accepted MS-DOS-based portable back in 1985. And in the years that have followed, the company has continued to lead the field in innovation and technology. Toshiba is a $39 billion company with enormous resources dedicated to providing the highest quality and most dependable computer products possible. When you bought a Toshiba, you bought the best. As you begin to work with your new computer and understand everything it can do, you'll come to see that your Toshiba notebook was a wise investment. It will quickly become your constant companion and will make you more productive and efficient wherever you go and in whatever you do.